The third case of line is that a line is inclined to VP and parallel to HP. Suppose we draw this line like that, which makes an angle with VP, and that angle is denoted by phi. The notation for that angle made by that line with VP, that angle is notation for that angle is we use phi. Suppose this line is nothing but we consider it as the AB line, then this line is inclined to VP, and we can say that when this line is parallel to HP, when its end points are equal distance from the HP, then we can say that that line is parallel to HP. So here this line is parallel to HP and inclined to VP. So here I write angle phi is nothing but phi is angle made by line with VP. And we also know that that angle is visible only in the top view. When we look that line from the top side, then we get this angle. In previous case, our line was inclined to HP, so in that case that angle theta is visible in the front view, and in this case your line is inclined to VP, so that angle phi is visible in the top view. Now we look that line from the front side. So when we look that line from the front side, we know that we get its image on the vertical plane. So we get its image on the vertical plane. So I have shown this image. That line is nothing but, I dark this line, that line is nothing but the front view, which is obtained, it's denoted by A dash B dash, which is obtained on the vertical plane. And we also know that when the line is inclined to VP, then front view it's a reduced length. Now when we looked at the same line from the top side, we will get its top view on the horizontal plane. So this line is nothing but, I have dark this line is nothing but the top view AB, and that top view is making an angle phi, means whatever be the angle made by that line with VP, same angle is made by the top view with the VP, because we know that when the line is inclined to VP, that angle is visible in the top view. That's why we draw the top view at the same angle inclined to VP. Now next we want both views on the single vertical plane. So we rotate that HP by 90 degree in clockwise direction, so that we will get front view and top view of that line on the single vertical plane. Now I am going to convert this pictorial view into orthographic view. So first I draw the VP. VP is above XY. So I draw the VP vertical plane above XY, and by rotating that HP by 90 degree in clockwise direction, that HP goes below XY. So I locate VP above XY and HP below XY. Now for this case, we know that we get the top view at angle of phi. So in the top view, we draw the line, inclined line at an angle of phi. Whatever be the line is inclined to VP, same top view is making same angle. So here we draw the first top view AB. Then we will draw the front view. So we know that the front view is nothing but the reduced length, and that front view is parallel to the HP, means it is parallel to XY. That's why we draw the front view parallel to XY, A dash B dash. So that one is a front view and AB is a top view of that line. So this front view is parallel to HP, means it is also parallel to XY. That's why in the front view we draw the line parallel to XY. Now we will solve the problem with exact dimension. The problem statement is given is that line AB 50 mm long is inclined to VP by 30 degree and parallel to HP. Its one end A is 20 mm above HP and 10 mm in front of VP. So you have given that the line AB, its end point A is 20 mm above HP and 10 mm in front of VP. So when we draw the front view A dash, we will draw it at the distance of 20 mm, and when we draw the top view, the point A is, we have drawn at how much distance? Yes, we draw it at the distance of 10 mm, because this infrontal distance goes below XY when we rotate that HP by 90 degree. That's why that infrontal distance 10 mm goes below XY. So we locate that point A at the distance of 10 mm and A dash and at the distance of 20 mm. Now I have drawn it approximately, but when we draw with exact dimension, we will correct it. So on the right hand side, I have drawn it with dimension. So first I draw the XY line, then I draw the one line perpendicular to XY line. That one is a vertical reference line. Then in the problem you have given that the length, problem state given that the line AB is 50 mm long. So we first write the data. So in data first we write the length of the line. That length is nothing but the true length. That true length is given 50 mm. And that line is inclined to VP by angle. That angle is nothing but the phi. So phi is given 30 degree. Next statement is given that its one end A is its one end is 20 mm above HP and 10 mm in front of VP. So when we draw the point A dash front view, so we can write A dash upward arrow 20 mm, means point A dash is 20 mm above XY. And when we draw the top view of the point A of that line, we will show A below downward arrow, and that is nothing but the 10 mm. So this 10 mm, why we draw this downward arrow? Because this 10 mm in frontal distance goes below XY when we rotate that HP by 90 degree. Now we have to locate the point A dash 20 mm above XY and point A 10 mm below XY. So first we mark the point at the distance of 20 mm above XY and 10 mm below XY. Then we draw the line parallel to XY. We draw one line parallel to XY which is passing through the 20 mm point. Then we also draw the another line parallel to XY which is passing through the 10 mm. So where we mark the point 10 mm, from that point we draw the line parallel to XY, below XY 10 mm. See here I give the dimension. This dimension is nothing but the 20 mm and this dimension is nothing but the 10 mm. And on this vertical line I mark this point as a front view of point A dash, and this one is a top view of the point A, that is A. Now next procedure is that we know that we will draw the line inclined at an angle of phi in the top view. That top view of that line is passing through the point A. So what we do, we draw the line inclined at an angle of phi which is passing through the point A, and that phi angle is given 30 degree. So we mark the point at the distance at the angle of 30 degree. Now we join that point with the point A. So here we get the line inclined at an angle of phi. So here I show that angle phi is given 30 degree. Okay. So here I also write phi is 30 degree. Now I mark the true length at that inclined line. So whatever be the line I have drawn at an angle of 30 degree, I mark the point at the distance of 50 mm, because the length of the line is nothing but given 50 mm. So I mark the point at the distance of 50 mm. So this one is a point. So this point is nothing but the end point of PL. So that point is nothing but the B. Now next procedure is that I draw the vertical projector parallel to this projector from that point B, and it will cuts the line which is passing from the front to A dash at one point. That point is nothing but the end point of our EL. So I draw the line parallel to this original vertical line passing through the end point of B. So I have drawn this projector. Here I show the arrow. Now this projector cuts the line which is passing from the front to A dash at one point. That point is nothing but our end point of EL. So this A dash B dash is nothing but our EL, and this AB is nothing but our plan length. So here I dark the plan length PL and elevation length or front view length. EL means elevation length, elevation means front view, PL means plan length. Plan is nothing but the top view. So top view length is also called as a plan length, and front view length is also called as a elevation length. So I dark the EL and PL. Now our next task is that we have to find out the EL length. So EL length is not given in the problem. So I have measured this EL length and I get that EL length 43 mm. So solve this problem with me and you will get the EL length 43 mm. You will get exactly 43 mm. So here I write EL length, you will get 43 mm. Download our app Ayush Engineering Classes in your mobile Play Store. There you will get unit number 1, projection of line. So there are free course and paid course for projection of line. In paid course I have solved 15 problems on different varieties on lines. In which 15 problems there are the 3 problems which are based on HT and VT. First I recommend you to go for our trial or free course, and if you satisfied with our free course then you can go for our paid course. The paid course fee is only rupees 300, and note that all free and paid courses are in Hindi.